Paul, deja vu a little bit there, another 2-0 lead and then only 1 point from it. First of all, your reactions immediately following the game?
We had enough chances, especially in the second half. Well, to sum it up, I think we headed one in the goal and it was blocked by our man on the goal line. So, look, we've had enough chances to win two games for me. We had to defend against a strong wind. They put it on us. They're a bit disappointed with the second goal, to be honest. Look, I can't fault the players' efforts. We've got to try and win a game. When things are going for you, they go for you. The chance in the second half summed us up in terms of when things aren't going for you. We had a clear header, it was going in the middle of the goal, and it's one of our players and bounces out. So look, it's what it was today. It was a horrible game to come into because everyone looks at this as going, well, you're playing bottom of the league. This is not a bottom of the league club. Just looking around shows you that there's no easy games. So I was really pleased with the first half performance. Second half, sometimes you can only manage a game so much, and what I mean by that, it was a really strong wind coming down towards their supporters. They went from back to front really early. Put things in our box like we did with them. Just disappointed with the manner of the goals we conceded. But look, away from home, it's a point. Boys are disappointed in there because they know I thought was in command of the game. I keep saying, look, it's like a scratch record. It's a state of mind. We've just said in there, when you come through the academies, they teach you how to become good footballers. What they don't teach you is how to win, and we need to get that understanding of how to win again, and how to win sometimes, in a horrible way. So it's a point. Move on to the next one.
What's been the issue the last few games? Would you put? Is it a mindset issue? Is it a lack of experience? What in your view is the driving factor behind the last few results? You've
just said it. What we've got to be. We've got to be consistent. And I'm as hard as anybody. When we've not done bad. Sorry, when we've done bad. Young squad. I've just said to them, a lot of them have come through the academies, up from the lower leagues. That's where we took players from. Teach you how to play football. Teach you, positional sense, etc. There's a lack of understanding of how to win, and that's why we've got some of the lads on loan. Like Harrison, etc. and Smithy. This will teach them. The basics of what we're going through at the minute sometimes teaches you how to win. Just a process we're going through. Mindset. Every team, every club I've been to, I've tried to bring that phrase, that word into the club. It's a state of mind. When that wind was really strong going down the pitch, second half. When we talk about first ball, second ball, we did well with the first ball. We just needed to be a little bit better with the second ball. And then when we got into good periods in the final third here, probably needed to be a little bit better with the ball there. But look, the lads have worked really, really hard today. And it'd be very easy to feel sorry for ourselves, especially after the run of games we've been on. But look, we've just said, we're talking to a lot of players. We know what needs doing. We'll have to put one or two things into place.
McDonough came off in the second half. We've ended up giving him man of the match. We thought he was excellent. He did hobble off though. Was that a factor in taking him off? Has he picked up a bit of a knock there?
Yeah, he was injured. And it's disjointed us a little bit. We became a little bit disjointed because everyone knows now he's a threat. He's a threat. I mean, first half, everything that was good went through him and Jordan. Look, we're not blessed with. We haven't got a squad of superstars, and it's just what it was, just what it is. We have to deal with it, and we're going to get periods at this football club like the period we're in, where we haven't got what we deserved. Thought we deserved a lot more last Saturday. Thought we deserved a lot more today, but you don't get what you deserve. You've got to earn the right, and like I say, it's what happens when you're dealing with young players, young squad. But I still think there's the potential there for these players to grow. Like we just said, they need to learn again how to win. And sometimes we needed to see out that game in the second half when they put us under pressure. We needed to be resolute. We needed to be a little bit more streetwise and see it out. So look, we had chances in the second half. Game should have been even at 2-0, the game should have been dead and buried. But that's where we are, and so we need to regroup, stay focused, don't become fragmented, and stay on the process that is going to make us successful eventually.
George Cooper, first game today. How did you think he did, and how happy are you that there seems to be now becoming quite a few competition for places in quite a few positions in the squad?
I thought he did well. I never thought, especially in the first half, that they really gave us a threat. He piled on a, 2, 3, 6'3", 6'4" players, and hey, the wind was strong second half, and played percentage football. What I just said to the players is, you got to deal with it. Going back to the Buxton game, one straight ball, second phase, boom, changes the dynamics of a game. And look, when you're dealing with young players, I'd like a group in the next 10, 12, 18 to 2 years, 18 months to 2 years, that when that happens again, we'll have an understanding of how to see the game out. And sometimes it's not how we defended, it's when we got into the final third here that we sometimes just needed to pass it simple. We got in around their box, 1-on-1s, 2s-on-2s, 3s-on-3s, about 3 or 4 times in the second half, and never really killed the game. And that's what good teams do. When we give the Bostons of this world, the Fouls, that kind of time and space, they punish us. So look, that's where we are at the minute. People can moan, people can groan. Thought the lads worked hard today. Thought they did really well. First half, look, we've got to give Telford credit for the fight for their lives. Seen the club here. It's a big club. They don't want to be bottom of the league, and threw everything at us. Just we've got to learn how to see games out. And at the minute, after the last 3 results, we're just a little bit vulnerable. But state of mind.
Do you wish maybe we just pulled the trigger a little earlier in the final third a few times today? That almost seemed like we were trying to walk it in, which would have been a great goal. But sometimes do you think it just needs swing a boot at it and try and get something on target?
Yeah, look, when you got young players, especially in the situation that it was, the dynamics of the game changed second half because of the way they played, the strength of the wind. Young players become anxious. And so I'm saying, it wasn't about us defensively today. The game really should have been killed off at 2-0 because we had enough 1-on-1s, 2s-on-2s, in and around their box, like you say. You watch the game. So we've got to be a bit more ruthless. And, I don't think we're far away. And I know I keep saying that, I know it sound like a scratch record, but we killed that off. And to be fair, we had a chance or two in the first half to kill it off. 3-0, the game becomes dead and buried. Boston United last week, at 2-0, we had 2 great chances. This is the fine lines between where we are and where certain other clubs in this league are. It's just that. And if, like I say, it's hard to get your head around because sometimes it frustrates the hell out of me, but sometimes you have to take a step back, look at the bigger picture and go, this is where we are. We're trying really hard to bolster the squad and to get that 30 goal a season striker. 30 goal a season strikers, I've gone below us 2 levels. And the amount of money that people are paying, let's talk to a player 2 levels below us that is experienced, offered him a good package, not enough, not as much as he's earning. Well, that's where we are. It's as simple as that. I don't think people should ever forget that, is that we're not bad, it's not. It's just killing teams off in the final third and being a little bit more resolute back there as a unit. And if we do that, this is the same group 8 weeks ago. People were shouting from the rooftops about we're going to have blips, we're going to have bad times because of the who we are and where we are and the age of the players that we are. I've got to manage that. It's as simple as that.
Paul, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.